things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Alright. Let's see where this goes. That's a spanner. Taking that shit, man. I don't care. Here's a plane. What's that? Sean?
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean? Is that really you?
Who are you?
Sean, where is everyone?
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Sean, are you okay? You're not hurt, are you?
What's going on? Father? Father!
Shh. It'll be okay, Sean. I'm here now.
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here, help me!
Who is Father? Where is he?
Father? Father, help me! He's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
Hello.
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
Father? That's your name? Your title?
Father is my unofficial title. It's what I've come to mean to the people of the Institute, just as you mean to your son, to Sean.
Just help me understand what's going on here.
I promised answers, and answers you shall have. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been... It's good to finally meet you. After all this time, it's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
Oh, come on. That's crazy.
I assure you, I am completely sane and entirely honest. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality, and here I am. Raised by the Institute, and now it's Lita.
But that can't be true. Kellogg stole you as an infant. And he was already somewhere around mid-age. And so now you're 60. And we killed Kellogg fairly recently, and he still basically looks the way he looked supposedly 60 years ago. That doesn't make sense, does it? Fucking Kellogg, man. He's 100 or so years old now. Not very flattering, is it? No, it doesn't. Where's the dispute option?
They stole you. Kidnapped you. Wasn't right.
Right, wrong, irrelevant. It was necessary. The Institute believed humanity's future depended on it. At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
Human synths? Really?
Human-like synths. A great distinction. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me, after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
I don't believe you. There's no way any of this is true.
I wish there was something to say. I know this isn't what you wanted. But it's the only truth I can offer you.
You're lying. I know it.
Why would I lie? What would I have to gain from it? I assure you, this is the truth. I've shown you my trust. Your weapons haven't been confiscated, and I stand unarmed before you. Please, let's just talk.
If this is true, where do we start?
I know you must have questions. Please, anything I can do to help you understand.
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
I don't expect you to understand or agree with the decision. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Your mother. She never got to see you grow up?
Yes. What happened to her was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems her death was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage.
Collateral damage? Is that all she was to you?
What would you have me say? The world is a dangerous place? Although I think maybe it always was. It's just a bit more honest about it now. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. What else can I say to ease your mind?
So you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
But, director? Why you?
I was the most qualified for the position, obviously. I've lived my life within these walls, dedicated to science like every other member of the Institute. My hard work has paid off. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time. I know there's more for us to discuss. But the Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
You want me to stay here? In the Institute?
Yes, that is what I propose. Is it so hard to imagine? The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground. You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like. I assure you that you are better off with us.
How can you say that? How can you be so dismissive of all those people? Everything they've done?
Because it is the simple truth. And I believe you know it too. I simply ask that you give the Institute, me, a chance. A chance to show you what I've been telling you. We really do have humanity's best interest at heart. Will you take that chance?
Are you sure you want this?
Yes, I am. It would benefit us both to work together.
I just don't know.
Just give it time. Give the Institute a chance. The Institute is now your home as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in Facilities, Dr. Ayo in SRB, Dr. Holdren in Bioscience, and finally Dr. Lee in Advanced Systems. They've all been notified of your arrival, of course. Meet them, and then we'll discuss what comes next.
Alright, that was a cool sequence, even though it's complete horseshit. Whew. Alright, that. Been living that.
So long as you're carrying it.
Shut up. Stealing from my son's crib. If I'm leaving here, I'm going out with all the fancy pens in the fucking universe. Oh yeah, smoking ciggies, eh? Is that what you've grown up to be? Fuck. Is that what your mother told you? Oh wait, she didn't, she's dead.
Sweet.
Oh, okay. Kellogg's occasional presence continues to unnerve the others. At first I thought they were merely intimidated by his confidence and arrogance, or perhaps even afraid of his general being. Kellogg is, after all, a killer, but as I've continued to witness their reaction, gauge their sidelong glances, I've detected something else, something I probably should have anticipated. Jealousy. Kellogg is a living memorial to a forgotten program. He is an augmented human being, a cyborg really, but the benefits he has received cannot be denied. But really, the scientists here could not care less about enhanced reflexes or greater combat efficiency. No, the cause of their envy is something more practical, more primal, his extended life expectancy. Just how long will Kellogg live if he passes naturally, however unlikely that may be, is hard to say. He's already more than 100 years old, older certainly than any other human being in the Commonwealth. His complete physiology has been altered. Perhaps he'll make it to 150, maybe even 200. Let the petty have their petty jealousies. Kellogg is a living testament to the ingenuity and superiority of the Institute, and I take no small pleasure in knowing that must irritate him to no end. Director Zimmer still offline. Above ground operative terminated. Detention programs functional. Power output max. Airwater recycling system normally. The wait continues. AO can only confirm sightings outside Vault 111 and again in Diamond City sometime later. What that means, I'm not sure. Will we actually meet? Was this all for nothing? No, not nothing. I will have learned valuable things about myself, my past, either way. I cannot afford to let emotion get in the way. I must simply observe and record. I'm told Kellogg has gone offline. Strangely, I find myself thinking of Dr. Walker. He had such high hopes for Kellogg, such faith in the implants, and what they could mean. I still regret eliminating the project, but I know where it would lead us. Walker was never shy about his goals. and too many others were starting to listen. In the end, I believe I was justified. The Institute is about preserving humanity, not some bizarre amalgamation of biology and technology. Alright, maybe that thing. Listen to that music there. I guess that was pretty much left. You can read that. Why are you keeping folders around, man? Was that a camera and you... Oh. Oh, he's one of those dick pic sending people.
Damn it, Golden. What the hell is going on down there? I have to convene an emergency directorate meeting because of this screw-up. That synth was a prototype. It was absolutely not ready for field testing. The mess it caused in Diamond City threatens decades of work to keep us out of the spotlight. I will be very clear. My legacy as director will not be tarnished by your division's mistakes. I am going to find out exactly who approved any sort of operation above ground, and that person will be held fully accountable.
I intend to report this. Perhaps after you've been disassembled, we can use your components to make something that's actually useful.
Yes, sir.
There's a lot of hubris around here lately, and I don't care for it.
Doc.
You know what happens when people get robots to do all their work? They get fat and lazy, that's what. Real people doing real thinking and real work. That's the future I want.
If that's how you feel, why not leave?
Because we could do so much more. But no, everyone is obsessed with these damn synths. It's wasted potential. That's what it is. In any case, I suppose I should say, welcome. Perhaps a fresh perspective will do some good around here.
It's an honor to have you here, sir.
Lawrence.
Synths aren't human beings, but supposedly they're the future of humanity. I'll never understand it.
Huh?
Hey, sweetie.
Huh?
Oh. That was a thing.
Damn it, Golden. What the hell is going on?
Look, Director, I'm gonna make the same recommendation I did last time. We did everything we could. 4 years dedicated to preserving this Commonwealth provisional government. You've seen the same reports I have. It's falling apart and fast. We need a plan for what happens when that fall is complete. I know some of the other divisions have suggested
Hi,
we
mister.
just cut off
Welcome
all
to the
contact,
Institute,
hide
sir.
underground and pretend nobody's home.
I wouldn't be
That
here,
would,
not for
in
your
my
son.
opinion, be a mistake.
All
We can't just
systems
give up
nominal.
on these people. And with the Android program, we
Scanning
don't have
unknown
to.
identity.
We'll soon
Clearance
have the
confirmed.
capabilities to deploy androids to the surface in great enough numbers
I
to
prefer to call it
maintain order.
organized chaos.
Just think about it, all right? Keep it in mind moving forward.
I think he's actually lost his mind. I can't believe he really expects me to do this. I've always been on board with the Gen 3 program. It makes sense, but this? Nothing good can come from this. How am I supposed to explain to my staff that Sean wants a child synth for no immediately apparent valid line of research? And to base the physical features off records of his own childhood? It defies all logic. No, I can't do this. I won't.
Bingo.
Canon components only takes 10% less
Not
damage.
enough folks value keeping the old CPU sharp anymore.
Father is more than just our leader. He is our creator.
Carry on, sir.
And this is yours, isn't it? You keep your holotapes around, eh? You've been smoking a lot of cigars. Fuck. Dude.
Spend enough time here, and you'll be sick to death of the word synth. I certainly am.
I don't know. Alright, the first one we entered. Let's go down the stairs this time. Calm it. Tigs. Guess they don't think at all. They just smoke cigs, drink on the balcony, really interact with anything else. And keep fucking folders everywhere. My god. There's just fucking folders every single inch. God damn. Why are we here?
Who do you think actually won the war? Nobody, I guess.
Yeah.
It's hard to stand out when you're surrounded by geniuses.
Hi.
Liam's been trying to teach me robotics. It's more complicated than I thought.
Alright, I guess a lot of people have some complaints about Sean. Apparently alright with me taking one from any room. Cause you know what?
Is it true food supplement 77 has been discontinued?
That is correct.
That was my favorite one. Can't we keep it a little longer?
I will be happy to forward your request to the Bioscience Division. In the meantime, please feel free to enjoy one of our other nutritious and flavorful food supplements.
I want supplement 77.
I am sorry, sir, but that supplement is no longer available.
Useless machine.
We're all looking forward to working with you.
Good evening. I am at your disposal. Would you care for food-based products?
I've got a few minutes to browse.
You're here. Glad you made it.
Father has done remarkable things. I would
When are
not
you going to
exist
tell
were
me
it not
about
for
this
him.
mysterious Phase 3.
You know I can't talk about that.
Right. guess bioscience? Robotic? That? Yeah, that's bioscience. That's where we need to go. Probably check out if we can find any news on Virgil's thing. Probably really wants that.
Have you had time to examine my latest reports on Batch 274?
Not yet. I've been reviewing Father's plans to expand our operations at Warwick. He's eager to get that going, so I've had to put everything else to one side.
That's
I wonder how the Warwick
impossible.
family is doing.
Reverb in this game is broken beyond
It's remarkable
any
a child
fucking
can
belief.
survive for so long up there, don't you think?
I try not to think too much about it. We have more than enough to occupy ourselves here. Those people are the last remnants of a dying past.
Got it.
TV lab. What's that thing I'm probably not supposed to be in? Just get out of there, man.
That's it.
No? Sure. It's gonna be synth as well.
What's that?
Scanners detecting sentient life.
Clean house.
Standing down.
Give me that terminal, man. Holmes. Ooh. Holmes is the closest.
Got it.
Oh, thank God. Right.
Sensor alert. Anomaly detected.
Okay.
Negative sensor read. Weapons cold. Engage.
I don't fucking know what to expect. I feel stuck.
Lights out for you!
You humans. Pathetic.
Ah. All right.
My fucking god, you exploded. Projection points are critical. You did a poor fucking job, didn't you? More paint. More caps. Fucking Diamond City. Know how that works. Good. Money. There's money in my pocket.
Yes.
What's that? Baseball cap. Black Institute lamp. Guess I can carry a fucking Institute laser pistol. Fucking get out. Look at that. Cat meat. Oh no, I'm gonna eat a cat.
Won't be bothering anybody. We playing hide and seek?
Sweet.
There you are. What else you got? Won't underestimate us again.
Don't fucking move. God damn it. God damn it, motherfucker. Pistol. That's not holding a microscope, man. Hey.
I'm through.
Oh, thank God.
There any machines you can't charm?
Oh, stop it, you. Oh my. Huh. Hello there, master.
Personal record. Dr. Brian Virgil. This will likely be my last recording. My requests to shut down the FEV program have repeatedly been denied. We've learned nothing useful in the last 10 years. Why does Father insist on continuing it? If he won't see reason, then I have to take matters into my own hands. What we're doing, it's not right. It needs to stop. If anyone should find this after I'm gone, know that I never wanted to hurt anyone. Anyone. Do you understand me? I'm gonna make sure the whole program is shut down. If not for good, then at least for years to come. After that, I know what I'm about to do will be seen as a betrayal. Treason, he'll probably call it. So, I'm leaving. I have a plan. And if it works, I'll be somewhere safe. Somewhere not even the coursers can find me. Everything that we've done, the lives we've taken. If there is a God, may he have mercy on us all.
This is Dr. Elliot reporting for the Bioscience Division. March 22-24. We just received another batch of subjects, but as my previous report stated, we're at an impasse here. More of the same won't help. The two most promising strains of FEV have been adapted to an ideal state, but we're still missing something. I am officially echoing the team's position. The most likely progress for our research on synthetic organics requires new avenues of exploration. Additional Commonwealth subjects will not help. It's the same problem across the board: exposure to too much radiation. We need someone new. There's a proposal we'll be putting forward. I am not entirely comfortable with it, but it seems the best course.
So that's where it comes in. Oh my. Wow. Hey, that's some.
Who needs help?
Discarded. Deceased. Terminated. Terminated. Intentionally terminated during Incident 5. Terminated. Oh wait, there's more. Latest round of testing complete. Results all within expected parameters. For Dr. Zimmer. Recently has ordered the test personally. Seems annoyed with the results. Trying to specify who wanted a test to run to begin with. Officially assumed the lead role of the project. That's Virgil. After Dr. Severson's passing, latest round of subjects shows results similar to previous tests run over the last 5 years. No statistical deviation noted. Synthetic organs continue to perform well with the necessity of further tests is unexplored. Nothing new, always the same. I've entered formal complaint with the directorate. These tests are not bringing any valuable information. The organic project was spun off decades ago. Why do we insist on continuing this? Unclear about this project. Go straight to the director. The lab will be offline until further notice. Hopefully we don't fuck this up by present. I bet you didn't expect that, you can't. Look at this.
Did I turn off the interferometer?
The latest synth generation is just amazing. Those guys in robotics are working miracles.
Director Holdren seems very taken with you.
Doctor.
Welcome. So good to have you here. Dr. Clayton Holdren, head of the Bioscience Division. I can't wait for you to see the work we're doing. It's truly amazing.
I'll reserve judgment until I know more about it.
In that case, let me give you a brief overview of what we do here. As the name implies, the Bioscience Division specializes in fields of study such as botany, genetics, and medicine. Our most important directive is to ensure the health and well-being of everyone in the Institute. To that end, we cultivate highly specialized breeds of flora for use in food and medicine. We've even started to explore the idea of synthetic animal life. You probably saw the gorillas. They're really just a pet project at this point, but the potential is exciting nonetheless.
The gorillas are synths too?
They are indeed. Judging by your reaction, we've done a good job making them seem lifelike. The initiative is still in its early stages, but the prospects are very exciting. I'm sure I've taken up enough of your time as it is, but I have to ask, have you decided whether you'll join us?
I'm an outsider. Would there even be a place for me here?
Even if science isn't your passion, there are plenty of ways to contribute. Our projects sometimes require an agent who can work on the surface to observe and gather information. From what I've heard, you are both fearless and resourceful. I think you'd be ideal for that kind of role. In any case, I imagine you'll want to continue looking around. Or, if you prefer, I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.
Tell me more about those synth gorillas.
On the whole, I'd say they were a success. Their behavior does generally match what our historical data says it should be. Unfortunately, we had a few early setbacks. The creatures can become suddenly aggressive, and they're quite strong. They destroyed 2 of their synth handlers. So now we keep them in an isolated habitat where they can be safely observed.
Dr. Holdren.
Anything I can help you with?
You mentioned medical care. I might need that from time to time.
In that case, you'll want to introduce yourself to Dr. Dean Volkert. He's our top biologist and also serves as the Institute's resident physician. Dr. Volkert works in the infirmary. Just pay him a visit whenever you need to. You won't find better medical care anywhere else in the Commonwealth. I'll promise you that.
Clayton.
Good to see you again. Did you need something?
Is there anything I can do to help out?
There might be. Tell you what, you get settled in and check back with me later. I'll see what I can find out.
Good to see you.
What does that say? Close bioscience security door. Oh, this is where I wandered off.
Dr. Holdren's synth gorilla project is showing promising results. Do we really need all these coursers roaming the halls?
I guess you do. It's over here. Microscopical. Give me all those. I'm instantly wary of any room in this place that gets a bit too dark. And this is where plants grow. This is that corridor.
Nice.
Mother love. Hey, powered. Bye. Don't care. Hey, dude. There we go. Come Swan, carry your burdens. Please don't get lost. There we go. Thank you. Wait.
Please resist any urge you might feel to eat the specimens in the hydroponic garden.
I hear we're about to get a new food supplement.
Can hold my. Right, it's good. We actually got Virgil's thing. I'm happy with that. Can I leave the place at will? I can. Or maybe I can.
Reporting status. All functions normal.
Everyone's excited about the new synth project.
I think
like
more
this project
clearly
has
while
been
I'm
going
walking.
on for months.
No visible reaction to the K-14 compound. We'll start the next trial then. The dosage will be much larger this time, and the side effects will likely be more pronounced.
Will there be any pain?
I honestly don't know. I suppose it's your job to find out. Now hold still. There. All done. You can return to your duties, and remember to record every symptom you experience in detail.
I hope I'll prove a useful test subject for you, Doctor.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't Persona 5. There ain't no kinky shit going on. Can save 3 critical hits be used in that. We need the most. Picking critical hit has a chance to save an additional critical. Ooh, there's gonna be a lot of criticals.
I can't express how truly humbling it is to stand in your presence.
Nick, taking this in shit. Fucking serious. 2 seconds. Where's the fucking doctor? You fuck.
I have to admit, the 3rd generation synths are really something.
I need
I wish you
healing.
could have known Father as we have.
Yeah, I fucking wish I knew. Fucking son! This is the waiting room, I suppose. And this.
Almost done. Just need to tighten up this primary drive servo.
That's the 3rd primary drive breakdown this month. As far as I'm concerned, the phase-out on these older models can't come soon enough.
Oh, I don't know. Most of them have lasted long past their projected lifespans. If you ask me, they were built pretty well.
I can't argue with that. Even so, I'm ready to see the full Gen 3 roll out.
There we go. All set. Unit, you can return to duty.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks again.
Of course.
The Institute's a big place. It might take a while to learn where everything is.
Hey, Doc.
They weren't kidding. You really are here. Well, all right. I'm Allie Fillmore. You can think of me as the Institute's chief engineer. When Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so much, I think most people would have just given up. If you don't mind my asking, what was it that kept you going all that time?
What makes you ask? I'm a complete stranger to you.
I suppose when I heard your story, well, I felt sorry for you. You've suffered more tragedy than any one person deserves. Your whole world is gone. I'm sorry. I know that was a very personal question. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of the Facilities Division, and then I'll answer any questions you might have afterward. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical and electrical systems running smoothly. We maintain and upgrade all of the systems that make it possible to live and work in a place like this. There's a lot of machinery behind these walls that recycles the air and water and provides power to the laboratories and quarters. The work we do might not be as exciting as some of the other departments, but it's at least as important. So, now that you're here and you've spoken to Father, does that mean you're on board?
On board with what?
The Institute, of course. Sean implied you operated on a level, if not equal, then at least similar to the rest of us. Curious. If there's anything else you'd like to know about the Facilities Division, I'm happy to discuss it.
Who built this place, originally? Has it been here long?
The construction of the Institute is the work of generations of scientists. The original survivors of the war, our progenitors, took refuge in the basement of the old Commonwealth Institute of Technology. Over time, their sons and daughters dug deeper into the earth and built increasingly sophisticated habitats and laboratories. It's a process that's still going on today. Even now, we're digging out tunnels for new facilities and infrastructure. Just think what this place will look like 100 years from now. I hope I'm there to see it.
Dr. Fillmore.
What's on your mind?
I'd like to know about the people in your division.
Of course. Dr. Lawrence Higgs is our mechanical engineer. He oversees the major life support and security systems. Power distribution is Dr. Evan Watson's area of expertise, and Dr. Newton Oberly is in charge of food and housing. He coordinates with bioscience to ensure that our meals are balanced for optimal nutrition. We also make use of a number of synth units for low-priority maintenance and labor.
What are you? No? Joy. No work there.
You know the protocol, sir. Authorized personnel only.
So Dr. Ayo thinks he can hide in his office, does he? Well, you can tell him that I intend to speak to Father about these unannounced security sweeps of yours. Ransacking my quarters in the middle of the night is totally unacceptable.
I'll pass along your message, Doctor.
See that you do. People on the surface have got it pretty bad. Makes me thankful for being down here.
Excuse me, Doctor.
Welcome, welcome. It is so good to meet you. I truly hope you'll come to think of the Institute as your home.
What do you do here?
Oh, I'm in charge of housing and provisions. It's my mission to ensure that everyone lives a comfortable and productive life. You should know that many of us consider it a great honor to have you here.
Newton.
Good to see you. Feeling well today? Our new synths are so lifelike, I keep mistaking them for real people.
Nothing to report, sir.
So much research, so little time.
To knock some heads together.
What now?
Hi there. They're dragging their feet on the targeting package
It's an honor
upgrades
to
I
meet
asked
you,
for.
sir.
Maybe I should take some courses with me. You know, send a message.
Please don't. There's enough friction as it is between us and pretty much all the other departments.
You going soft on me, Alana? My
This
methods
class
get results.
will be
And
able
they
to
will
get
this time as
fucking
well.
new.
You'll see.
I know it'll be a difficult adjustment for you, but try to remember that synths aren't people.
Excuse me.
I swear I spend half my time smoothing the feathers that Justin ruffles. We need to be able to collaborate with the other divisions, and that's a lot harder when they're always angry at us.
You know, sometimes feathers need to be ruffled to get things done.
I won't deny that. I guess I just feel like he comes on a little strong sometimes, you know? Well, of course you don't. Not yet, anyway. I'll stop rambling and let you get back to whatever you're doing.
Constant vigilance is vital to preventing synth escapes.
Hi, Doc.
So, here you are. Justin Ayo, Acting Director of the Synth Retention Bureau. I'll be upfront with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future. Despite your relation to Father, you're a bit of an unknown quantity. I'm sure you understand. There won't be any issues, will there?
Why? Don't you trust me?
Oh, it's nothing personal. I don't trust anyone. Now, Father has asked that I provide you with a brief overview of the Synth Retention Bureau. Our primary responsibility is the recovery of escaped synths that are hiding among the human population on the surface.
Why would synths want to escape?
Synths do not want. They might look like human beings, but they're machines. As to why they're escaping?
That matter is currently under investigation. Our main instrument is the Courser, a third-generation synth assigned to operate on the surface. Coursers hunt down and reclaim synths that have escaped the Institute. They are highly self-sufficient, trained in combat, infiltration, and tracking. In a word, our Coursers are relentless. But I gather you know all this, since you've encountered one already. In fact, I'd very much like to know how you defeated it.
I hate to break it to you, but your Courser wasn't all that tough.
Then it's likely the unit was defective. It's rare, but faults can occur from time to time. I suppose I'll have to ask robotics to perform detailed diagnostics on the entire production run. As if we don't have enough problems. Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back to work.
Oh.
You mentioned that coursers undergo special training. Tell me more about it.
The SRB constantly monitors our Gen 3 synth population, looking for specific traits. Those who show tenacity, fearlessness, and independence undergo a rigorous training regimen. We teach them armed and unarmed combat, investigative techniques, psychology, and mechanical skills. Those who pass a final evaluation become coursers. The rest have their memories wiped and return to their former duties.
Sure.
Justin.
What do you want? And please, make it quick.
If you're the acting head of the SRB, who were you filling in for?
Dr. Zimmer holds that position. He's supervising the retrieval of some of the more high-profile units. In his absence, I keep things running smoothly.
Oh, yeah.
Excuse me, I've got reports to deliver.
Ooh, this is the deep fry
Please don't
chamber.
get any germs on me.
I will get all my radiation all over you if I can. Got more rounds than you have here. I'm kind of too lazy. Boy. Don't I have some Kellogg's implant?
Greetings, sir.
Remember to keep unnecessary power consumption to a minimum. Don't recharge unless your primary levels are below 2%. Also, if you haven't patched your navigation software, do so after this meeting. The last thing we need is more synths bumping into walls. All right, that's all for now. You can resume your duties.
Remember to practice good sanitation habits
Doc,
at all times.
It's a real juggling act, trying to keep all the systems down here operating in the green. This place might look shiny and new, but there's a lot of old technology in these walls. I lose sleep worrying about when the next blackout's gonna hit.
Look, I don't want to get trapped down here because the power goes out.
What? You think I do? If it's any comfort to you, I take my job very seriously for exactly that reason. There's some stuff I need to check on. See you around, yeah?
Oh no, don't pull that. Yeah, I guess robotics.
Now, Alan, it could have been anything. It was probably just a glitch in the nervous system. The fine motor control software could use an update.
If it were just a limb twitching, perhaps.
Don't
But
needle
her
me.
eyes were moving as well. Involuntary twitching and rapid eye movements while sleeping can only mean one thing, Max. You just don't want to admit to yourself what it is.
If you're about to launch into one of your impassioned speeches about artificial sentience and machines with souls, don't bother. I've heard enough of them by now. Hell, I can write them down from memory.
But we can't just ignore the question. If a synth can dream, why can't it have a soul? And if a synth has a soul, then it is a living person by every standard we can measure. Of course, it is far more comfortable to think of them as machines, so we can do what we want with them.
If you disapprove of the work we do here, Dr. Benet,
So much research, so little time.
Now, just a moment. I never said that. I'm simply trying to open everyone's eyes to new possibilities.
Well, it's an unwanted distraction. We're men of science, not philosophers. You do well to remember that.
Welcome to the Institute. Please, step right this way.
I just wanted that to be a wall of fire.
I hear we're about to get a new food supplement.
The synths aren't just Father's legacy. They're his gift to humanity.
Excuse me, Doctor.
You've arrived at a momentous time. Our third-generation synths are a true breakthrough. The culmination of centuries of research. It's no exaggeration to say that they're superior in almost every way to human beings.
I can understand taking pride in your work, but I think you're getting carried away.
You might not think so now, but just wait. You've only seen a fraction of what our synths can do. Their potential is limitless. Like I said, a momentous time.
I really do love how there's like a small amount of stings from what feels like proper Westworld. Like the same sort of piano chords in the background.
Hey, Doc.
Ah, it's you. You're finally with us. I'd just like to apologize for any trouble our synths may have caused for you on your way here. They, of course, couldn't be told of your identity, and they have very specific protocols for protecting themselves and Institute interests, most of which I designed myself. Not to make problems for you, though. Will you be staying with us, then?
What's it to you?
Oh, forgive me. I realize... Well, I understand that's somewhat personal. It would just mean a great deal to Sean. If you require anything, especially as it pertains to synths, please let me know.
Good day.
Now I just start a forest fire in the middle and start killing people and all their stim packs are gone. So now you have nothing. You have... Oh, there's local map. Ah, forgot.
It must make you proud to see all that Father has done, all that he has built.
Yeah.
She's been at it for over 2 hours. What is she even testing?
Nothing. At this point,
In case
she's just
anyone
doing it for
didn't
fun.
mention it, quiet time runs from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m.
Hey.
Huh?
Excuse me.
Not everything you've heard about the Institute is true. Give us a chance.
Hi, Doc.
Well, that was productive.
Since you're new here, you should take time to learn our safety procedures, and the sooner the better. Rules create order, and order promotes efficiency.
How many rules are we talking about here?
Not nearly enough, if you ask me. I had some handbooks made up, but that was years ago. I'll see about getting one to you.
Yeah, look, don't worry about it. I'll figure out the rules as I go.
Look, it's not just for your sake. If you're careless, other people could get hurt. Take care then.
I hope you and
goodness
Father
sake,
try
I
to
can't
make up
find
the
my
time
notes
lost.
anywhere.
Excuse me, Doctor?
Ah, it's you. You're here then. Yes, I know who you are. We all do. While I'm sure Father is very happy that you're here, I do hope it doesn't interrupt our work.
I get the impression you don't want me here.
What I want, in this case, is largely irrelevant. Father gave his orders. Oh, before I forget, let me see that Pip-Boy of yours. I've been told to install a Courser chip in it for you. Father's orders. You're to be given full access, with the ability to relay in and out of the Institute at will.
Yay.
That seems kind of unnecessary.
I assure you, it's necessary. The relay is the only access to the surface that we possess. In case the significance is lost on you, you'll be the only one here with that kind of access. If nothing else, it should demonstrate the amount of trust Father has placed in you. Now, unless there's something else, I really do need to get back to work.
Yay.
Is everything okay, Dr. Lee? You seem pretty tense.
Yes, things are... It's fine. I'm sorry, I don't socialize much. I prefer to focus on my work.
Let's have a conversation. Alright, let's go.
I wouldn't be here if not for your son.
Our new synths are so lifelike, I keep mistaking them for real people.
The Institute's a big...
Oh. What? I did an egg. It was taking me out, like... Where's it going to land? Room. Haha. That. It's brick now, isn't it? Time move. Can't believe it.
You know what? Since we talked, I'm feeling swell. Look at the two of us here in Sanctuary, prepared for the future.
Huh. What do I want to do? Good. And give him a big old dump scrap. the thing again. Come on.
Huh? My back hurts, my feet hurt, everything hurts.
Dude. Huh. Oh no, we can't have that.
No
That's
accounting for
gonna
taste.
really fucking kill it. What is it? I don't could do. Upgrade scrap. You might. Might imagine that. So, right. Let's get all that shit out of there then. Did you think of running them too? Yeah, right. Yeah. The cool thing. Just the
How's your neck feeling? Still sore?
It's healing up pretty good.
That's good to hear.
Alright. Drive it. Go. There's two people living there.
So much walking. Want to do more fighting?
Yeah, level 3, I don't know.
No green stuff here. Walk and talk boring. Humans should fight more.
Yeah, supposedly this is making a shit ton of cat.
Someday, super mutants kill everything.
Maybe fuck.
Fist was weak leader. Strong glad to be rid of him.
Yeah, I don't know. Colony should be working full force. Simple bluffing, right? Cool.
Child synth. It's just remarkable.
Just as you gave life to Father, he gave life to many of us.
It's... Oh. Oh, I guess. Sure.
Now that you've had a chance to see the Institute firsthand, what do you think?
I've seen my share of think tank science labs.
Oh, I assure you, none of them were quite like this place. Ultimately, all our knowledge and resources are focused on a single goal. The goal is best summarized by our motto: mankind, redefined. Unfortunately, no advancement comes without occasional setbacks. As remarkable as our synths are, they can be dangerous without proper supervision. The superior synth mind and body attempting to wrestle with something approaching free will can be a recipe for chaos.
So it's like every other wonder gizmo ever invented. When will you eggheads learn?
Have faith. Let me show you how we deal with such problems. A rogue synth has taken over the Raider gang at Libertalia. His memories have been erased, and his identity altered. He believes he's a man named Gabriel. Under his leadership, the Raiders have taken many innocent lives. I've dispatched a courser to Libertalia. I'd like you to join him and reclaim that synth.
Sure. We'll just fight our way through an army of homicidal maniacs and ask this synth to come on home.
I didn't say it would be easy. But I'm confident that with a courser at your side, you'll have no trouble. Now you should get moving. Many people are in danger, and a delay could cost lives.
Am I supposed to do that? You want me to go there? There. You want me to go over there? With the thing? Huh. I don't know. I think it's enough for today. We've been broadcasting for 4.5 hours. It's already, as you can see, 1:30. That's in the morning. So I guess, yeah, with him over here, that's about all we're gonna see today.
Libertalia isn't hard to find. Just look for the jumble of wrecked ships floating in the harbor.
Thank you for doing that. Let's quit this game. Find someone to host. Even though there's nobody. Actually, I'm just going to end the broadcast. And really, yeah, it's going to be a host. I don't have enough to raid. Yeah, I guess. Tomorrow, Fallout 4. More of it. Probably finishing it up. See you then. Bye.